This week in your packets, you're learning all about using simple machines to do work. Work is a force, like a push or a pull, that helps move an object in the same direction as the force. And simple machines are a machine that makes doing that work easier. They have very few or no moving parts, and you only need one force to use them. You'll be doing 3 different activities this week that all have you making different types of simple machines to practice what you know. One activity, you'll be making a race car and using a wheel and axle to make it move. Another activity, you'll be using a yardstick and ping pong balls to make a lever, so you can practice launching the ping pong balls with your lever. And you'll be using some string and a bucket to make a simple pulley to practice lifting the bucket with your pulley system. Step 1 to build your own race car is to decorate it however you want. You can use paint or markers or crayons, anything you want to decorate it. And then if you would like to make a seat for a driver, you will cut a square out of the top after it's dry and decorated. So then after you're done decorating, you're going to take a hole punch and you're going to punch some holes. You're going to punch 4 holes. So 1, 2, 3, 4. You'll want them near the bottom of your car so that there's plenty of room for your wheels when you put them on, so they're not in the middle where they won't be able to touch the ground. So I've already done that. And after you put your holes in with your hole punch, then you're going to cut your straw into 2 inches. So you need 2 pieces that are 2 inches. So you'll measure it, and then 1, 2. So you'll cut at 2 inches. So your straw will be 2 inches long. After you've cut your straw to be 2 inches, you're going to put them through the little holes you made with your hole punch. Next, you're going to need your toothpicks. Your toothpicks will go right through the middle of your straw. Before you can put your wheels on, you need to take a thumbtack and make a little dot right in the center of your bottle cap. It can be tricky, so you may want a parent or adult to help you create the holes in your bottle caps. Now we're going to put our wheels on. I'm going to use the flat side and put that in towards my car. And on the inside of the wheel, I'm going to put some hot glue to help keep it on. Now you'll want to be careful with hot glue. You may want a parent or adult to help you with that as well. Now that you've glued your wheels on, all that's left to do is to let it sit and dry before you can test it. Now that our glue is dry, we've finished making our car, and you can see that we've made our wheel and axle that we said we were going to. We have a wheel that's made of bottle caps and our axle going right through to connect them. Let's give it a try and see if your race car works. Give it a push and see how it moves. You can practice racing it as many times as you want to. When you're making your lever, make sure your cup is very well attached. I chose to use tape and wrap it around in more than one spot. So it went from the inside of my cup, around the back of my yardstick, and back into my cup. This is to help make sure that my cup doesn't fall off or fly off when I try to use my lever. Now when you're setting your lever up, make sure your fulcrum, which is going to be your can that you've chosen to use, make sure it's about in the middle, kind of like this. And then you can go ahead and put your ping pong ball in, and you'll see your side with the ping pong ball is going to be down, and you'll have the other side up. Now you should be ready to go ahead and give your lever a try. So using your hand or your foot, you're going to push down on the raised end of your lever. So let's see how it works. Well, mine didn't go very far, but let's give it another try and see. You will need 3 things to make your pulley system. You need some string, a bucket, and you need a hook, a ledge, or a railing. So the first thing you need to do is to pick a spot to use to make your pulley. So if you use your railing, your hook, another ledge, I'm going to show you my pulley using some over-the-door hooks that you can see right over here on the door. After you've picked where you would like to try making your pulley, then you're going to take the end of your string and you're going to tie it around the handle of your bucket. I'm not tying mine too tight because I want to be able to get it off when I'm done. But I did double knot it to make sure it doesn't come undone before we're done using our pulley. After you've tied your string to it, now you're going to go over to the spot for your pulley and you're going to loop the string around the ledge or the hook, and I'll show you how I'm going to do mine. Using an over-the-door hanger, I'm going to hook my yarn or my string right around one of the hooks. So just over the top and down. Now I'm ready to test my pulley to see how easy or how hard it is to lift the bucket. So take your string and give it a pull when you're ready. You should be able to lift your bucket off the ground. Now that I know my pulley works, I'm going to try putting something in my bucket to make it heavier and see what that does. If it doesn't make it harder, so you use your pulley, so give it a pull when you've tried putting something in. Hope you had a chance to try out all 3 activities that were sent home with your packets this week to help you learn more about simple machines.